I mentioned how we'll go over Bret Michaels' 2001 album that I didn't know about.
And I'm so sorry that we're out of time, you guys. That's such a shame.
Well, hey, whatever happened to you talking about ballads, blues, and stories, said no one at all. Well, here we are, my friends. It's a storyteller CD in that he tells his story and then plays one of his songs.
He's Poison. How is that not interesting?
It is so ridiculous.
That's so bad.
I'm listening with my buddy Danny, and it is laughable. And each story is under a minute. And there's nothing to these stories. First of all, I find this, I don't know if I Googled all his albums. I was trying to picture when the solo albums, in what order were they released, because I'm getting ready for this brand new solo one. So I end up finding about this album, and I wiki it, Ballads, Blues, and Stories. And on Wikipedia, it says, Ballads, Blues, and Stories is a very unique storyteller's music CD from Bret Michaels, the lead singer of the rock band Poison. Now, you know Bret Michaels made this. He wrote that. It's a very unique storyteller. We here at Wikipedia have seen many storyteller albums, some iconic. But this is unique and told in a way no one can tell it.
Doesn't he have a book, so he thinks he's a writer?
No, he doesn't have a book.
He doesn't have a book?
No.
I was sure that he'd get some book that, like...
Yeah. Virtuoso, Bret Michaels. Wait a minute. Wait a second. Hey, I'll let you hear a story, for example. You know his biggest hit, Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
No, well, everybody knows that he keeps reminding us.
Well, every solo album has a different version of it. This time, I play it on a trombone. This one has Lil Jon singing along. Sure, okay. Every rose has... Yeah! Well, this is... here's the quick story for Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
When I wrote the lyrics to Every Rose Has Its Thorn, it truly was about heartache and heartbreak, and there is no friend, no family member, no anybody that can help you work your way through that. You have to do it yourself, and I've been able to do that, fortunately, through my music and through my lyrics. And I wrote this in about 86. I was in Dallas, Texas, and we were, as Poison, out on the road struggling to become successful, and I could not fly my girlfriend out at the time, and we parted ways, and as she started to see other people, it broke my heart, and that was truly it, and truly was Every Rose Had Its Thorn.
What the fuck?
What does it have to do with roses and thorns?
It has nothing to do with a rose or a thorn. He didn't lie silently still next to her at night, apparently. Do not tell these stories. It ruins your songs. I couldn't afford to fly her out. We broke up. She saw other people. And it truly is, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. And that's why we made the song. And I'll tell you what. We did this song. We couldn't think of what to put on the album next. And so it's 10 p.m. Next thing you know, it's 2 a.m. We finally came out with Ride the Lightning. And that's why it truly is Ride the Lightning.
But he thinks he's being so open. Like, look, I'm the baddest motherfucker. We all agree, right? I mean, look at my hair. It's imported. But even I had my heart broken. Even I wasn't successful at some point in my life where I couldn't fly my girlfriend out.
This is Poison. You may have heard of us. Keith Malley. I mean, why not get specific? I'm the only one hearing this, right? By the way, that story you just heard was 45 seconds. I heard at least 3 times truly. Oh, he loves this word truly. And I truly had a band called Poison. It truly was. All right, here's another one. This is the story to Steel Bar Blues.
When we recorded Steel Bar Blues, we were in Nashville, Tennessee, and I truly must say this was one of the most enjoyable songs I've ever written, and one of the ones I truly did live in the studio. I was down there, and I'd come up with this riff, and I was looking for something to put into the film A Letter from Death Row, which I was just finishing up. And so I set the microphone down on the floor of the studio, and I said, guys, just go with me on this. And I started stomping my foot, bow, 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 bow. And you can hear my feet just stepping on the floor and just stomping. And the band just all of a sudden started coming in, and I had the harp, and we're playing it, and I'm clapping, and it's live, and you can hear stuff going in and stuff going out, and people talking in the background. But it's what made the song unique, because then we went back in and tried to re-record it like that, and it never had the feel, so we just used the original demo version of the song, which sounded better than anything we did after that.
Truly. He's acting like...
Okay, that's a story.
It's the dumbest story I've ever heard. I'm gonna I put the microphone on the ground, and the band looked at me like I was insane, and I started stomping. Go with me, guys. Go with me on this. You'll see. They're like, well, what are we doing? This is great. He's acting like it was Back to the Future, and he's playing Johnny Be Good, right? And he's like, just go with me, guys. I need a 2/4 and a 5 bass. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? Johnny Be Good. And you're like, well, how the fuck did they get that so fast? That's the thing. He's like, I started stomping, then we all started playing. Next thing you know, we had a song. Because of your stomping? Yeah.
Who put this out? Because wouldn't they go?
He did.
Well, but,
how come somebody didn't say that's not a fucking story?
Yeah, is it an independent? I mean, even people who are stand-up comics who write for a living get writers when they're doing like a more significant thing, I guess, for lack of a better word.
I didn't have any money saved up for recording time, so you hear people talking in the background. I think it adds to it. They're like, what the fuck are you doing with your foot? I'm like, trust me. This is for Keith Malley.
And these are older songs, so you already have this. So it's like another best of.
Well, these are really, like, there are 1 or 2 songs that were Poison songs, and I guess he has the rights, and he just redid them. But, like, the last one he just said was for a movie he did called, oh, damn. What's the name of that movie, Danny?
The Chair?
Something about Chair?
No, he's in what's that? Death Row, A Letter from Death Row. I saw it. It's with Charlie Sheen. Him and Charlie Sheen had a production company, and they made 2 movies together, I believe. That and No Code of Conduct. In fact, we'll put these pictures up, but here's the poster for No Code of Conduct. And the tagline is, when corruption strikes the police force, trust no one. And print. Perfect. I saw A Letter from Death Row. It's horrible. I mean, it's absolutely horrible. It got a 3.8 out of 10 and a 4.8 out of 10 for No Code of Conduct. So for somebody when you rate something under a 5, apparently, you know how people judge things. You know it's truly god awful.
KeithAndTheGirl.com